My name's Jahmal Williams. One of my favorite skaters is Ray Barbee. He's just a timeless personality in skating. I always felt that Ray's style has always been effortless and natural and fluid, and it looks how it should look. If I think of skateboarding and street skating or whatever, and you see Ray skate, like it's one and the same. There's no difference between it. My earliest memories probably was bandness.
How long have you been skating?
6 years.
When'd you start?
6 years ago.
And it was the video part, the music, the editing, like his style, his board control, the tricks, all the flatland that he was doing, the ledge skating, and it was just amazing to see. You know, like all that stuff was light years ahead of its time. And as I got older, I started to realize that everyone can't do that and look that way. I've always been fond of his heel flips and his 360 frontside ollies, and I gotta say his tray flips. It's like him, Javante, and Jason Lee have always been fond of all of their tray flips. And then of course Ray has the step hop, aka 43, aka no comply. Like all the stuff he did, all of the flatland and the ledge tricks were banging. One of the big things too was that he was a person of color. So for me growing up, there was a few guys that I could remember seeing in the magazines growing up. Like there was Fred Reeves and Sheffy and Sal and Kareem. But I just remember Ray at that time. He was one of the first people of color that I kind of really seen in the light, you know, like really on the spotlight with his skating and video parts and magazines and contests, stuff like that. I think for a lot of skaters of color, like I think he helped pave the way for a lot of us to do what we do, and then just showing that, like, you know, like you can do it, you know. There's a few photos that Spike's done with him that are pretty rad. I mean, you can go through just archives and archives of like all his photos. They're all amazing. I think one that stands out, I think it's a Spike Jones photo. He might be doing a no comply 180 off of like some stairs. And I think there's another one where he's doing like a front rock and roll on a tranny bank, and I think he has a red beanie and a flannel on. There's a new one right now, his indie ad, collaboration with Thomas Campbell and Ray Barbee. In the photo, he's doing a front hurricane at the LA spot with the brick transition banks. And I was looking through the mags and I came across that ad, and I was just floored because that ad captured the magic I felt that I remember, you know, picking up magazines as a kid and just studying everything, and that photo captured that energy. And I find it rare these days that you find photos and ads that have that quality to it. And when I seen it, I was like, who's this? And I was like, what, it's Ray? Oh, you know, it got me super stoked to go out and skate. That's another thing I feel like it's important to me, because I remember, like, you grow up and you see skaters and then you meet them, and sometimes they're not that cool or whatever. But Ray's like, he surpassed the coolness, you know. He's like just a great person, really inspiring, and like very approachable and humble, you know. It was pretty sick.
The motion of the soul step. Set the exposure to my one step. This scene will last in the next step. All those intend to take a big step. Truth to the soul will never backstep. Incense to that, we don't half step. Just as a reminder from the last step. Negative ones are lost in footsteps.